Alright, boom. Today we're gonna try to be like 808 MELO and how we use the sample for Pop Smoke. Then we're gonna throw some drums on it, kind of in the style of Rax and kind of in the style of 808 MELO. But before we get into that, let me talk about one big announcement. This Friday, the 11th of February, I'm gonna be streaming on Twitch for 24 hours straight. The stream's gonna consist of so many different things, from like beat making, beat critiques, playing like random games with the stream, tier lists, and fuck knows what else. The first link in the description is gonna be directly linking my Twitch. If you're watching this video and you don't really go on Twitch, now is your chance to head over to Twitch, make an account, follow me up, because you do not want to miss this. A lot of new people are coming from YouTube over to Twitch, so come join us. It's gonna be lit. Apart from that, let's get into being 808 MELO. I'm also gonna give a 50% discount code for all of my drum kits somewhere in the middle of this video, so make sure you're watching the full thing. So we obviously need a sample to start with, so we are gonna come over to YouTube and I'm gonna type in what I'm looking for. So for example, dark choir samples, ethnic samples, Arabic samples, jazz samples. If you type these things into YouTube, you will find playlists full of samples that you can use. So for example, boom, already there's like 2 playlists here full of samples. For the sake of everyone being creative, I'm actually not going to show the exact sample that I'm picking, just so people will actually go look for samples themselves and not just take the exact same sample I'm using. This shit is loud. Right now, I'm actually in 70 BPM, so we're kind of just like in half time to make the sample. And we're putting the sample into Fruity Slicer. In Fruity Slicer, we've turned up the attack, we've turned up the decay. We've also pitched it down 3. Then we've come over here and selected the beat. And now in the piano roll. Alright, so this is like the first one that I've made, but I actually don't think I'm going to use this. Alright, so the thing with Fruity Slicer is there's so many different combinations. There's so many different kind of ways that you can chop up these samples. I feel like I can do better than this. Like the last part here doesn't really, I ain't fucking with the last part, but there's so much more to sample that we haven't used, so I'm actually just going to delete this and just start again. Try to push the last bit up like an octave or something. I mean, let me select this, press Alt and Y, flip it. Ooh, that links. Alright, we have the melody rendered out, and I've actually just pitched the back up another 3, so it's actually back to the original pitch. And on top of that, we've added an EQ, cutting all the low end. We've put on some reverb, and we've also put on some Gullfoss onto it. Alright, and start this off, we're actually going to start with some of the perks. We're going to take the Eek perk from the Empire drum kit, and I think we're going to place one on every red like this, and have them descend in volume like that. Yeah, so we're just going to copy and paste the same perk onto this one. So we've grabbed the counter snare and we've also put a little bit of delay on it. Might even just like that. A pretty simple bounce. We're just gonna layer the counter snare as well. I'm gonna randomize the panning on all of these layered counter snares. Alright, the 50% discount code for all of my sound kits over on BeatStars right now is 24 hours. So if you haven't bought any of my drum kits, now is literally the perfect time. This code will probably be valid for maybe 2 days. So if you're trying to get some of the perks that I'm using in this video, or even more drum sounds that you've seen in all my other videos, link for that in the description. All of my drum kits on BeatStars. Alright, so we are in C minor, and we're using kind of like a Raxon kind of 808. So I think like the pattern that we're gonna do is kind of like these kind of doubles towards the start of the bars. So yeah, I like that, I think. Again. To get that kind of Raxon kind of feel to this, I'm gonna layer the 808, and on the layered 808 we are gonna go into the Sauce Volume 3. We're gonna take the layered 808 preset, and we're literally just copy and pasting the exact same 808 pattern, except we're just gonna put it up an octave. And here's the difference with the preset and without the preset. Alright, so we've got this like bridge part that comes up that I'm probably gonna need to make different 808s for. Alright, I have arranged that I'm gonna go through it now. I've added in a couple of like stutter kind of effects that Raxon normally does in his arrangement. So when we start it comes in. So when we come into the hook, we start it without the two 808s layered together. So it sounds like this. And when it comes into the second part, we layer it 8s. And then for this part in the bridge, this is where we bring in the second 808 pattern. I feel like this kind of covers on how 808 MELO does sound, and I feel like we kind of have covered the Raxon kind of drum bounce. This FLP will be over on my Patreon, and if you have made it this far in the video, I genuinely would appreciate if you can leave a like and a comment on the video, and subscribe if you're not subscribed already. Everyone that's new to the channel, I do appreciate you. I appreciate you for watching. I'll see you on Friday on YouTube, and also on Friday on Twitch. If you ain't there, you ain't a real one. Run me up on Instagram and Twitch, because they're the only two things I care about. I'm out. Good luck. See you later.